Right here, we're at the Concrete Motorsports shop out here in Corona, California. The shop's kind of a mess. There's parts everywhere. Last week and this week, Cole, Sean, and myself got the trucks taken all the way down to a chassis. After every race, we strip the trucks down all the way to frame and ship all the parts, all the suspension out to get magged and sandblasted and repainted.
Can you check this one? Have them check it.
Yeah. Clean them up and inspect everything to make sure everything's good for the next race. You guys are doing a great job. I'd give you a round of applause, but it doesn't work.
Thanks, boss.
It's like a golf clap.
Yeah. Well, I got this beautiful piece of arm jewelry from the Parker 250. I always race my bike at the Parker 250. This year I had a pretty good get off coming into pit 2. Wrist was really sore, I was pretty banged up, iced it down and made it to the finish, and you know, being a male than I am, I'm not going to the hospital. It should heal itself. So that was in January, so coming up late March I decided to go to the hospital and have it looked at because it wasn't getting any better. Found out I have a broken hand. So my duties in the shop have been supervising, and they put me to work sweeping today, so I'll make the floor look really nice. Upon our return to Mexico, we wanted to try something different, so we left the body carbon and did a reddish clear coat over it. Outside, when the sun hits it, it really pops, and you can see all the carbon through it, so it's like red and carbon. Locals loved it, everyone loved it. It was a big hit. Qualifying for San Felipe was definitely not my favorite. I had never been there before. Everyone kept saying, oh, it's in the sand pit, it's in the sand pit. I didn't know what the sand pit is, but they weren't kidding, it's a sand pit. Like, dude, how is this a qualifying course? I was pretty bummed after the practice lap. It's like, dude, there's no way we can't even compete for the top spot in this course with a two-wheel drive. I tried to take a little different approach rather than being crazy and overshooting all the berms and getting stuck and starting dead last. So we just ran a pretty conservative pace, a hard conservative pace. Didn't make too many mistakes, just tried to get through the sand without a spinning tire and ended up 11th. I wasn't too bummed with the 11th spot. It was not that bad of a spot to start. All the fast guys up front, then we're right there. So plan was to start there and go to the front. It was really cool to have the full-blown tech back and so many fans coming around the truck. It's just super rad to see all their enthusiasm, to see how happy they are to see the truck. Even while we're out pre-running down weeks before, there's fans everywhere, locals all over the place during the week, dancing around the side of the course, cheering us on, and we're just pre-running, but they're super happy to see us. It's awesome.
I like it, I like it. I like it.
That's the raddest part for Kevin and myself down there at Tech is to pull up on the stage, do a quick little interview, and then throw out stuff to the fans. They love it. They get super excited, and then when we come back down for the next race, they're wearing it. So that's really rewarding for us to see them just wearing our stuff after we get to just toss it out and make a scene in Tech. I was standing up on the truck throwing some hats, and I'm pretty sure I glanced over and saw some kids running around the beach with a shark. I don't know if it was live or dead, but they definitely had a shark. It was pretty awesome to say the least.
Sorry.
Race morning, everything was feeling good. We were hoping when the green flag dropped, adrenaline would kick in. Again, we started right down next to the beach. That was cool. I haven't started in town before. We used to start out by the arches. Wasn't really bummed on starting 11th. I know our truck works good enough that I could get a lot of people in the whoops. We spent a lot of time making our trucks work really well, so I think we're faster up Zoo Road than they are. Took off, everything was going good. Just cruising up Z Road, trying to dodge everyone and not have an accident myself. They think we're in control. I don't know what everyone else says, but I don't feel I'm in that control. It's just third gear as fast as the truck can go, skipping across these whoops, and there's people just walking across the course. And the truck is skipping, and you're just hoping that you're keeping it straight, and they don't care. I had one guy walk right in front of us, didn't even look at us. You don't want to hit anyone, but you don't want to lift because you're in a race. It's sketchy at best going down that first set of whoops. Made the right going down to mile 45 and came by a bunch of spectators, and there's a pretty good kicker. It pops the nose up really good. Came into that, set up, popped the nose, flew out of it. When I hit the ground, had no power steering. I was yelling at Bo, turn the motor off, turn the motor off. Because usually you lose a belt, you lose an oil pump belt, and you got to turn it off quick.
70, we lost all steering. Lost the belt, lost steering, lost something pulling out. We're gonna get out and look.
Thought it was just a belt, like, oh, we can fix this, no problem. Had a problem getting the hood off. One of the hood pins was bent, so I had to beat it off with a hammer. And then once we got out, had all the tools, go to change the belt and saw that alternator pulley came off. So we sat there. We just have horrible luck. We were pretty stoked coming into this race that we're gonna have a solid finish. Then that happened. I think it took us down about 40 minutes waiting for the boys to get there with the right parts and swap them out. So we ended up getting it fixed. Cole and Jerry and Mark and everyone showed up to the truck, started working, I got done, buckled in. We didn't get past by any one cars or 6100 trucks yet, so that was kind of cool for me to not sit in dust. Kept cruising, flawless from there on. Kind of backed it down in a few spots because we were already in dead last. We just really wanted to finish, and I wanted to get Kevin the truck more than anything, so got to Kevin at mile 130. Handed the truck off, saw that a piece of the hood was broke off, so pulled that real fast so I didn't obstruct his view, and off he went. had the same state of mind after our downtime being last, just get to the finish. We've been having our run of bad luck with our testing and R&Ding, so getting a finish was huge for us and the team. So he just kept cruising along, and then we're listening on the radio, or clearing 170, 180, all right, cool. And then we hear 205, all good, like, all right. 5 seconds later, they cleared the pit. They're on the radio. The spare alternator we had put on, that pulley, it was an older design pulley, that one broke. Oh man, there's, again, like gut wrenching, like dang it. Luckily they were close enough to the pit. Sean and Jeff and Jim were able to jump in the chase truck, run out there. We had another spare, threw that one on. I think that one was like 15, 17 minutes, something like that. All the hard work seems to pay off when you cross the finish line. Obviously, we want to win everything, but even just getting the finish after a string of DNFs is just uplifting. It brings the whole team up, brings the mood for the next race, just the morale back to the top. So we're stoked to cross the finish line at San Felipe.
Yeah, kind of a rough day today. Had to change 2 alternators, but other than that, got to the finish. We needed a good finish down here and needed a decent start for the 500. So here we are.
Crystal, how was it? How'd you do today?
Oh, great. We finished. Whoop, whoop.
I got that beautiful medallion, and it was all smiles for Kevin and myself, Brent and Bo, and the entire team.
250. Yeah.
Start 14th of the 500. We'll do our homework and try to just plug along and see what we can make happen there. Cut. That hurt.